So here's my WWDC take. I think it's okay for like 1 year to have the one big thing being a reskin. Sometimes you need to take some time to improve the fundamentals. I'd argue that this is not just a reskin, but it's like a new way to interact with certain parts. They actually showed a few pieces of interaction, like like these modals opening up, or like the text selection. They were a little bit clunky to like swipe right and left, and now they open in a new menu. And I know that the bottom bar they did kind of the same thing. So it's like an improving again on the base fundamental stuff. And I quite like their take on this whole glass thing. Like Windows Vista, that was okay, that was nice when it came out, but it didn't really age well. We'll have to see how liquid glass ages as well. The clear icons are a nice touch. They have this icon kit, I think it's called, where you can build these icons. You can layer them one on top of the other, so you can get different effects when they are layered, and whenever the background changes. So I think it's cool. I'm not in that demographic of like doing the customization so deeply, but some others are, so I think it's good to have that option. I think iOS 6 to iOS 7, when they had that switch to what we have right now, that was a very difficult and I think challenging switch for the current users, the users that already had iPhones on iOS 6. And I remember I was on that kind of I had to do that switch, so it was tricky for me to find everything and visually, like my mind to actually recognize the new patterns and the new icons. But I think this switch to 26, it's not going to be that difficult. I think it's going to be a lot more familiar. I'm quite excited about the new iPad OS. Where is it? Multitasking, like a new windowing system. I think it's a good evolution, and it's kind of this step. It's another step into actually bringing Mac OS functionality, like making Mac OS function with touchscreen. And I think we're gonna see this in the near-ish future, like the Mac to come out with a touch display. Because we've been seeing this, okay, we have like Windows, and we had that cursor, but now the pointier cursor that looks much better. Now we have the menu bar up top. So again, it's an evolution towards having a computer but with the touchscreen. So it's a hybrid between touchscreen and actual trackpad. We've been seeing a little bit more AI. Where is it? And I like the way they introduced AI as a subtle, more discreet way, in a more discreet way to actually process some of the things. Okay, these are translations which they are system wide, like all the devices have it, all the OS operating systems, the tweaking of the images and so on. So I kind of like this more than just slapping a chat interface somewhere. So it's AI woven into the whole experience. Watch OS, I kind of like the body. I think this is going to be good for those folks who need encouragement, who kind of need somebody to be like tapping their shoulders, like, hey, you're doing amazing, like you're doing such a great job. So like you beat your personal record, and now you have like a new best record and so on. So I think the new body workout is going to give them a lot of motivation. And I also like the new gestures, the flickering of the wrist. Like, it's cool. I always used to do it with my nose. Like sometimes, like, okay, I see this notification, just swipe it up. Like now I don't have an Apple Watch anymore, but these two might just bring me back to the Apple Watch right now. So again, I know many folks are disappointed in the lack of innovation, but I think there's a lot of innovation in the current release. It's tough to actually ship a new design language like all throughout the system and actually bring new features as well that innovate in innovative ways, because these are smaller innovations, but they're innovations as well. So overall, I think I actually like the release, and I'm looking forward to see how the deploy goes on and how developers are going to embrace this and create a nice stellar experience for us.